And welcome back. Gila River Arena, the Arizona Coyotes set to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets here on this Saturday night. A fantastic night, holiday break still going on, and a good crowd here tonight for the Coyotes to begin this homestand. And now the ceremonial puck drop with new owner Andrew Barroway. Here's Paul Sura.
Ladies and gentlemen, on December 31st, Andrew Barroway became the majority owner, chairman, and governor of your Arizona Coyotes. We're thrilled to have Andrew and his family as part of our pack. And here to drop the ceremonial puck for tonight's game, joined by his son, Jake, please welcome your majority owner, Andrew Barroway. At this time, we invite Columbus Blue Jackets assistant captain Brandon Dubinsky and Coyotes captain Shane Doan to center ice for the ceremonial puck drop. Thank you, Andrew and Jake Barroway.
Day yesterday, Andrew Barroway becoming the majority owner of the Arizona Coyotes, recognized at center ice with the ceremonial face-off. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders tonight, and they're presented by Behind the Mask Hockey Shops.
Well, you look at Sergei Bobrovsky, no reason the Columbus Blue Jackets went 10-1. Look no further than his play, and Mike Smith, first game in a long time. Mike Smith allowed 9 goals on 49 shots in his last 2 starts. He's looking to be lights out. He's been great in practice the last few practices. It's time to carry that over into the game here tonight.
Our referees here tonight are Gislan Hebert along with Kevin Pollock and the linesman Darren Gibbs and Brian Murphy. Here we go. First of 6 here at Gila River Arena as the Coyotes and Columbus Blue Jackets meet for the first of 2 on the season. These 2 teams will hook up right after the All-Star break early February at Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio.
This should be a good battle. 2 physical hockey clubs. Columbus, a lot of confidence in their back pocket here tonight.
Puck is sent all the way in on the deflection by Korpikoski. He has to go get a new stick. And around the boards, Fedor Tutin will feed it along, and it comes back to center for Dubinsky. Brandon Dubinsky over the line. Good back check that time by Toby Reeder. And the Coyotes will look to turn it the other way. Kept by Dubinsky.
So a real good backside pressure there, as you mentioned. That's the type of stuff the Coyotes are going to have to continue here to do, even with Mike Smith in the net. More so with Mike Smith in the net. They were doing it for Devin Dubnyk. They got to get it done here for Mike Smith.
Matt Calvert will send one in. It rolls to the corner. Ekman Larsson will move it for Martin Hanzal. Now the puck is played out of the zone. Punched along to center by McCulloch. Moved along inside the zone by Gagne as Erat goes to give chase. Trying to fish it out is Jack Johnson, and he sends in behind the net in this opening minute tonight from Gila River Arena as the puck will be sent back where Ekman Larsson will look to set it up. Goes off those boards, and he's got Martin Erat as he plays it along, and the Coyotes will get it through center. Well, Martin Hanzal will get one into the left wing corner.
This is the key right here tonight for the Coyotes, or part of the keys anyway, is getting that puck behind Columbus's D. Going to work. When the Coyotes win hockey games and have success, that's how they play.
And behind, or into the corner, now back to center ice it goes. Kevin Connaughton, acquired off waivers from Dallas, will play it in behind the net where Mike Smith will steer it around. And a good board battle here is Sean Collins, who's in the lineup tonight. Try to move it in that right wing corner for Columbus. Now Collins in behind the net, tried the wrap around, and it's side of the net. Smith made the save. Collins that time, good board work for Columbus as it's moved in behind the net where Brandon Gormley will pick it off. The Coyotes will look to get it out.
They got nothing though on the inside. Columbus can work the boards all they want. Coyotes doing a good job not allowing them to penetrate the middle of the ice.
James Wisniewski has the puck. Plays it to center for the Blue Jackets, intercepted by Michael Stone, and that's forced all the way back in behind Bobrovsky. Taken away momentarily. A penalty coming up here, and it's going to go against the Coyotes. Delayed call as Wisniewski will play it along. And it'll be moved out. Played through center ice. Trying to get it back in over the line, and now touching it is Dave Moss, and we're going to get a roughing penalty, actually a boarding penalty here.
Well, the Coyotes, we haven't got to our keys to the game, but this has got to be part of
22 Arizona, 2 minutes boarding.
There's the penalty on McMillan going in hard. Wisniewski sells it a little bit face first into the boards, but Columbus has the best power play in the entire National Hockey League. And Mike Smith is going to get tested here early, and these are our keys to the game. Regaining his form, his confidence, and his rebound control is going to be crucial here.
Keys brought to you by Sanderson Ford. And you mentioned that the #1 power play unit in the circuit, the Columbus Blue Jackets. As this one's cleared down the length of the ice, McCulloch out there with Ekman Larsson, Hansel, and Lauri Korpikoski. To center it goes, and Ekman Larsson will send it right back in. Blue Jackets will set it up. Brandon Dubinsky. Played back and over the line by Jack Johnson. Goes back out to the point.
Watch Foligno. He's going to make his way right to the front of the net.
Set on, and a shot taken that time goes wide. Yeah, Foligno, a second in the NHL. He's got 9 power play goals entering tonight's game. 1 shot so far on this Columbus power play as Moss will get it out.
And he doesn't get many from outside that blue paint. It's the guy that goes to the dirty areas on the ice, willing to suck it up, take a whack, take a hack in order to score a power play goal.
Wisniewski will move it along. And now setting it up inside of his own zone, Kevin Connaughton. Through center ice and in over the line, Ryan Johansson. Scott Hartnell, the former Flyer, will whip it around. Wisniewski's got a big shot inside that right point, ready to go if needed. Board battle here. Coyotes trying to get it out. Antoine Vermette couldn't get the pass there, and so it's played back to the line by Connaughton. Ryan Johansson working the left wing corner. Columbus very patient here.
There was that pass that we talked about in the pregame show. Johansson trying to hit Jack Johnson back door.
Wisniewski made the shot and a save there by Mike Smith.
Look at the sticks and lanes by the Coyotes.
Another shot taken that time is steered by Smith.
Taking away the middle of the ice. That's the key.
McMillan's penalty is over, and he's out of the box, and he'll get it back towards center, and now McMillan goes to the bench as it's sent right back in by Connaughton.
You want to make it real easy on your goaltender. Keep the puck on the half of the ice. If the shots are going to come, you don't want the goaltender moving from right to left.
Bobrovsky will steer it around. And out with it. Unable to clear it was Collins, but he gets it right back. This one's sent deep. And on Smith, out to play it. Connor Murphy. I think you could hear Keith Yandel screaming hard, hard, hard. He wanted Murphy to rim it past him.
Yeah, let your ears be your eyes sometimes. Good communication.
Opportunity here, maybe a 3-on-2 led by Yandel. Drops it, shooting. Stop that time. Reeder with a great look there.
A real nice play there by Reeder, using his speed to get open, and who else? Keith Yandel leading the rush, trying to generate some offense. The Coyotes win those board battles. Chipchura to Yandel. A little backhand saucer pass to Reeder. And he throws a shot on Bobrovsky, but look at Bobrovsky. No flinch whatsoever. Talk about a goaltender that is confident, feeling the puck, nowhere to shoot. He's a big goaltender. Usually goaltenders will go down in the butterfly, leaving the upper part of the net. Not Bobrovsky. He stands tall.
Face off to the right of Bobrovsky. Jack Johnson will move it along. Matt Calvert through center. Errant pass. This could be an icing. Smith out to play it. Otherwise, it would have been waved off as the puck is moved back to center ice. Jack Johnson played at Michigan for the legendary Red Barons, and he'll set it up in behind the net. Now back towards the blue line. Foligno couldn't clear. Johnson has it. Played nearly 6 minutes of this opening period. Played right back in, and now Smith into the corner with it. And it's Martin Hansel to bring it out. Sam Gagne in over the line. Erat trying to walk it right to the front. He got upended.
A couple of good moves there by Erat. Maybe one too many, though. To shoot the puck, it's going to take a lot of rubber. You're going to want to shoot at the legs, at the lower part of the net on Bobrovsky. Get those rebounds.
Trop couldn't advance it, so it's taken away by Ekman Larsson. Coyotes will look to bring it up ice. Now Ekman Larsson leaves it, and a shot over the top of the net that time. Good look there for Mikkel Boedker as the puck is sent right back in behind the Columbus net. Here's a chance for Vermette. He hit the post. Antoine Vermette had Bobrovsky beaten, and another shot from the point is handled with no score early here tonight. Coyotes hockey on Fox Sports Arizona is brought to you by Papa John's. Get 50% off at Papa John's the day after a Coyotes win. Promo code Coyotes at papajohns.com. By Sanderson Ford. The best play is at Sanderson Ford. And by Gigablast Internet from Cox. Get ready for the gig life. Welcome back. No score early on tonight at Gila River Arena. Almost a 1-0 Coyotes lead. Antoine Vermette hitting iron.
Yeah, great shot. Good puck movement. Again, down low, getting that cycle going. Getting that puck below the Jackets' defense and going to work.
Handled off the faceoff by Fedor Tutin. He'll play it up the ice. Here's an opportunity. Well, holding on to it. Looking to set it up there was Jeremy Morin. Came over from Chicago. And now Antoine Vermette will flip it across the ice. And Oliver Ekman-Larsson with it through center. Backhanded deep this time by Boedker. Fedor Tutin to the rescue for Columbus.
Another simple play there. Mikkel Boedker just chips that puck in, and they get on it. He makes contact as the first forechecker. Shane Doan comes in for support, and then the Columbus Blue Jackets, they take a penalty. They run Shane Doan from
47
behind.
Columbus, 2 minutes cross check.
And here it is right there. Boedker gets in first. Shane Doan comes in for support. And there's the penalty, hit from behind. And here was the post that you were talking about, Matt. Nice job there by Antoine Vermette finding that quiet area of the ice, on and off the stick, off the pipe.
Dalton Prout goes for the cross-check, so it's an Arizona Lottery Powerball power play for the Coyotes, and an opportunity to kick off this 6-game homestand with a power play goal. Gagne will feed it to the point. Yandle's out there with Ekman-Larsson. As a shot is on, and rebound. Oh, what a stop that time on Reeder by Bobrovsky, and it's cleared away.
What a play all the way around. No hesitation from the Coyotes D, getting that puck on net with Hansel in front.
Played right back in, and Dubinsky now will clear the zone, and it's up to Keith Yandle to bring it out.
Reeder with a couple early opportunities in this game. He's flying tonight.
Into the corner, Reeder after it. Reeder, Gagne, and Martin Hansel out there for the power play unit for Dave Tippett. Goes to the line. Now played in behind the net, Martin Hansel. Tried to flip it for Foligno. Good keep of the line by Ekman-Larsson. Over to Yandle. Yandle skates in. Wrister up high. And a rebound. Oh, and Reeder was there again. But it bounced right over the blade of his stick and down the ice.
Wow, juicy rebounds by Bobrovsky. 2 in a row that the Coyotes pounced all over.
Stone got stripped to the puck that time. In over the line by Matt Calvert. Good keep of the line by Stone. He skates in, and a pad save there by Bobrovsky.
Not a good shot there by Michael Stone. Nobody really even in the zone. Bobrovsky's going to stop those all day long. You got to allow some time on the power play to set things up. 5-on-5. That's a good play.
4 shots on this Coyotes power play. Columbus will clear here with a half a minute to go remaining in the minor to Dalton Prout. Brandon Gormley. In over the line for Antoine Vermette. Good keep of the line by Gormley before the Blue Jackets will clear down the length. So just a dozen seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Coyotes.
Well, the Coyotes had some chances. Reeder probably the best of them all. Bobrovsky, that's going to be the key here tonight, getting lots of shots.
This play goes offside as the penalty has come to an end.
There's that Reeder chance we talked about. He's shaking his head on the bench because he knows what an opportunity this was. Jack Johnson can't get to Reeder on the rebound. Another big save of Bobrovsky. That's your Schwartz Laser Eye Center view from the ice. He's got the hot stick here tonight. 2:13 already in this game. 3 shifts. Dave Tippett can't seem to get him out enough. 4 shots on that power play by the Coyotes.
Larry Korpikoski and Kyle Chipchura flooding the right wing corner, looking for the loose puck. Handled that time by Johansson, and he'll play it around the boards, and out with it is Jeremy Morin. Set in behind the net. Morin, originally drafted by Atlanta, spent time in the Chicago organization. Kyle Chipchura tries to float it along. Scott Hartnell will take it away, feeds the point. Now Hartnell in the right wing corner, got worked over that time by Ekman Larsson. And it'll be moved out. Zbynek McCulloch will flip this one in. Coyotes get a change, as do the Blue Jackets. More than halfway home in this opening period. Coyotes with 6 shots on goal. The Jackets with 5. 4 of those 6 came on the Coyotes' power play. Chance in front, came out high. Crombie, and now here's Stone with a shot over the top of the net. And now a backhand by Vitale whistles over the top of Bobrovsky.
Some high heat coming at Bobrovsky.
Stone with it. 2 in front, a shot, and that deflected wide. And finally clear. This will be an icing against Columbus. Good pressure here by the Coyotes.
A couple opportunities. Got to hit the net, though, in tight on Bobrovsky.
And Coach Dave Tippett had a couple of bad mistakes in Dallas early in that second period, and we ended up chasing the game. Opposed by Todd Richards, who led the team to their second playoff berth last season, a former defenseman for the Golden Gophers, the University of Minnesota.
And Bobrovsky off to the bench. Seems like he has an equipment problem. His mask. Not sure if one of those shots hit him up high in the pumpkin, but he is engaged in this one. 7 shots already. Some pretty good scoring chances as well.
The ice certainly has been tilted down at the Columbus end over the last several minutes. Blue Jackets have gone 6+ without a shot, and another one in on Bobrovsky. No score, 9:16 remaining first. Well, it's time now for tonight's Sanderson Ford Seats for Soldiers, and a great look at Staff Sergeant Brady Craddock. 10 years of service in the Air Force, currently with the 56th Security Forces at Luke Air Force Base as a combat arms instructor. Joined the Armed Forces following both his grandfather and brother. Thank you so much for your service, Staff Sergeant Brady Craddock. Meanwhile, the Coyotes and the Jackets, no score, but the Coyotes with good pressure over the last several minutes, Tyson.
Yeah, real good pressure. You look at the shots on goal.
Face-off going to be to the left of goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky. Yandel has it. Out high, Stone got one away. That one wide. Played into the corner and now to the line for Stone. And the Blue Jackets will set it up with Fedor Tutin. Right back through center ice. And over the line goes Jack Skilly. Now Mike Smith will play it around. Try to clear it there. Shane Doan helping out, as is Antoine Vermette. Good keep by Fedor Tutin. That shot goes wide as Yandel will go chase it. And it's played back to center. What a pass for Shane Doan. Doan now. Going to set it up, so he'll send one in behind the net. He was cut off that time by Tutin. He's in behind the net. Mikkel Bodker. Wide turn. Nowhere to go, so he backhands one deep for Doan. Shane Doan, good board battle with Fedor Tutin. Antoine Vermette comes in for the Coyotes. At that time got plastered as McCulloch now will try to send one towards the net. McCulloch all over it, trying to get it out. This time is Sean Collins. Here's Bodker, shoots, and he sent one wide. I don't think Bobrovsky ever saw the shot. Now back to the front, and Bodker was there, but it went over his stick and down the length of the ice.
No, tremendous play there by Zbynek McCulloch, keeping that forecheck alive. That puck in the offensive zone led to that Bodker chance.
Calvert will backhand one up the ice. Gormley to center. Hansel looks on right wing, intended for Gagne. Big hit that time. Connor Murphy all over Dubinsky. Martin Erat's going to try to go after it. Tries to poke it along before Foligno will backhand one in. Smith out to play it. He'll poke it along. Brandon Gormley leaves for Martin Hansel. 7:10 remaining in the opening period. No score tonight between the Blue Jackets and the Coyotes. First of two meetings. Blue Jackets now a member of the Eastern Conference in the Metro Division, so we don't see them nearly as much. And out with it is Gormley as he'll get it back through center for Martin Hansel, who sends one on him. Bobrovsky makes the save, and this will get an offensive zone faceoff.
Well, here was the play that I was talking about. Zbynek McCulloch, top of your screen. He's going to come down and keep this play alive. The puck comes along the boards. If he doesn't, it's an easy out for Columbus, and away they go. He keeps it in, and it leads to this chance by Mikhail Bodker. Great positioning all the way around by Bodker and McCulloch. That's what Jimmy Playfair wants to see more from his defensemen. Aggressive.
Chipchura has it, left wing boards, fed it to the front. It's just wide and a rebound. They score! And it's Toby Reeder sniffing around all this period, and he finally gets a backhander past Bobrovsky.
Well, it's a beauty, too. And you can go back to that shift by McCulloch. It's about building momentum. And the Coyotes have the Columbus Blue Jackets on their heels. Everything is going towards the net. Korpikoski misses the net. Who's there? Reeder picks it up. Good instincts, gets a fortuitous bounce, and a good set of hands to deposit that into the back of the net. Tobias Reeder, he needed a point. It's been 12 games since his last one. He gets the big first goal of his hockey game.
5th of the season for Reeder. And the Coyotes get a huge lift here on their 9th shot on goal.
Well, I've been feeling him all game long, and so has Dave Tippett. He's played a boatload early in this game, had 3 or 4 opportunities already, and that's all bench management by Dave Tippett. Sometimes you have a gut feeling, and it takes a coach, an aware coach, to recognize that. Every time Reeder has been on the ice, he's made something happen.
Into the corner goes Dave Moss, and now it's going to be moved out of there. Back to center. Nice angle-off move there by Michael Stone. So Korpikoski and Chipchura get the assist on Reeder's 5th. Chance in front. And it's underneath Smith, and he makes the save.
Then they follow it up with a couple big Mike Smith saves. Mike Smith needed that one. He didn't need the turnover, though, behind the net. Michael Stone gets this puck. He goes for the reverse, and he coughs it up. And in come the Jackets. And Mike Smith to the rescue. There's Jared Bull trying to go low to the glove side. Mike Smith swallows that one up.
Six saves so far for number 41. Into the corner, Ekman Larsson flips it back through center. This will go down the length. Bobrovsky lets it go. And an icing call here against the Coyotes. So they'll bring the faceoff all the way back where it was before.
Well, we talked about Mike Smith, one start, in his last 8 games. You don't want to see him get peppered early. You want him to ease his way into it, get some confidence back, have a good first period, and then start to build on that. It's a team that needs their number 1 goaltender to find his game.
Hartnell will keep to the point as it goes in behind the net. And cleared all the way back through center ice.
I'm sure the Coyotes got an earful the other night, too, in Dallas. Really hung Devin Dubnyk out to dry.
It's our Chaz Roberts cool play of the game. Toby Reeder, like Tyson has been talking about, he's been all over the net all night long, and he finally cashes in. Coyotes lead at 1-0 as we take you to the Geico Legacy moment. It involves Mike Smith back on April 3rd, 2012. He set an NHL record with 54 saves in a shutout.
Now, this was a goaltending performance. You want to talk about a clinic? Mike Smith put one on here. 54 save shutout. He was peppered.
That hit Gagne. Puck is played away. 2-on-1 the other way. Over the line it goes. Davinsky shoots. And a stop by Smith. Biggest save of the period for Mike Smith. And it's played all the way back in.
That's what he needs right there. A shot from the outside. Made that one look pretty easy.
Around the boards and in behind the net. Thrown back out high. Yandel try to work it to the front. Looking for the reflection that time was Sam Gagne. Proud with his hands full. Finally gets rid of it. And out with it is Foligno. Nick Foligno trying to weave in and out of 3 or 4 Coyotes players before Martin Hansel comes away with it. He'll lead it in over the line. Reeder with a shot, and that goes wide. Broke his stick in the process. Kyle Chipchura all over Matt Calvert, just completely cut him off. Turnover Columbus, and it allows Brandon Gormley to send one right back in. Jack Johnson got it to the line, but this one goes into the Columbus bench.
Thursday is military night when the Coyotes face off against the Winnipeg Jets. All active and retired military personnel get a lower bowl seat for $25. And the first 7,500 fans will get a free Shane Doan camouflage jersey t-shirt courtesy of Sanderson Ford. For details, visit ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-PUCK.
Can't beat that deal. 480-563-PUCK. Coyotes will send one in. By the way, the lone goal in the period from Toby Reeder. His first goal since he had those 2 shorties up in Edmonton back on the 1st of December. So good to see him back on the scoring legend. You mentioned
first point in 12 games.
To the front again. And Reeder was there looking around. He's had at least 5 shot attempts in this opening period. Out with it through center is David Savard, the defenseman, and now they'll go for a change, and it's played in behind the net by Brandon Gormley. Coyotes 1-0 leading this game on Reeder's 5th from Korpikoski and Chipchura at 13-17. Connor Murphy sent right back in, deflected by Doan deep as Wisniewski goes after it for the Blue Jackets. Jeremy Morin, a little bit off in behind the net. Blue Jackets deep inside of their own zone, looking to get it off the boards, and out they do. McCulloch now being bothered that time by Ryan Johansson. Taken away. Hartnell now tries to work it back to the front. There's a little drop for Wisniewski. And he's trying to get it out. And now it'll be McCulloch bringing it around. As he'll play it back for Oliver Ekman-Larsson, with the Coyotes very patient here, getting it outside of their own zone. Set in and batted away by Bobrovsky. Joe Vitale in the corner. Vitale feeds it out high. Stone, he'll let one rip, and a stop that time by Bobrovsky.
Well, Stone has had 3 or 4 shots in this first period as well. Good setup there from Vitale.
And out with it goes number 40, Jared Ball. Way to pack it over the line. Good back check there, though, by Dave Moss.
That's the backside pressure that we talked about. Better defense here in front of Smith.
Ball tried to set it up. Played away this time by Michael Stone. Yandel will take it in behind the net. And Dave Moss will get it out. Gunnar Teuton tried to lay him out as Moss sideswiped it. Setting it up inside is Dalton Prout. More than 2 minutes remaining in the opening period. Coyotes out shooting the Blue Jackets 11-7, and they lead on Toby Reeder's 5th of the season. Turnover here. Hansel trying to get a shot away. Now Hansel gets it back, and a shot just wide. On the line it goes, and Ekman-Larsson play one in behind the net. Martin Hansel and Martin Erat are there. Battling for it. Jack Johnson in there for Columbus to the line. McCulloch. And a shot. Hit a body in front. Brandon Dubinsky will look to take it away as Nick Foligno will play it on left wing. Over the line it goes. Calvert now on right wing with a shot. And a glove save there by Mike Smith. Three things you need to know about our upcoming intermission. Just a minute 17 away. And Todd will visit with the goal scorer Toby Reeder. Update from the World Junior Tournament up in Toronto and Montreal. And another Nasher knows.
When does USA play tomorrow, Matt?
They're busy making another movie. The last time I checked. I know you like to throw that out. Hey, touche.
All in good fun. I know you're still celebrating your Sparty victory the other day at the Cotton Bowl.
Well, now that you mentioned it,
Finally got that body paint off and ready for the TV broadcast tonight.
Peter was decked out in the green and white.
That's cute. You guys paint each other.
A lot of turpentine. Board battle here. Minute 11 to go, and out with it. Shot taken that time by Columbus's Alexander Wenberg. And it's cleared back to center as this one's going to be moved along by Skillian. Picked up in over the line this time by David Savard. Under a minute to go in the opening period here. Kyle Chipchura will take it away. And he'll move it along for Korpikoski through center. Reeder's going to go after it against Savard. They lock up. Now Wenberg for Columbus gives it off to Savard, and Johnson will deflect one deep. Smith plays it along, and Connor Murphy now. The short pass there for Korpikoski, who circles.
Well, not much pressure by Columbus. You got to imagine they're going to be getting an earful here, and now Columbus takes a penalty. Hartnell trying to get in on the forecheck.
Yeah, the clean-shaven Hartnell.
Oh, it looks like actually Connor Murphy's going to the box.
Yeah, looks
Arizona
like
number 5, minor penalty, holding the stick.
Oh, excuse me, holding the stick on Hartnell. Let's take a look. The free hand right there, yeah.
This whole play started right at about the blue line when Lauri Korpikoski decided to regroup. So Murphy goes at 19:39. Columbus 0 for 1 with 3 shots on goal.
You want to let Columbus back in a hockey game. This is a good way to do it.
Out of the corner, it's popped in front, but it's taken away, and Doan will get it back through center for Antoine Vermette. And we got a whistle here on the offside with 7.5 remaining.
35% of Columbus's goals come from their power play. They only have 6 more 5-on-5 goals than the Coyotes. It tells you how they do their damage. Best December in franchise, well, best month ever in franchise history at 10-1-1. Last December, very confident, a lot to do with their power play.
49 goals for in the 5-on-5 for Columbus, 75 against. That's a minus 26. Way back in over the line, and that shot taken as the horn sounds. So you open up a 6-game road trip, or a 6-game homestand, excuse me, Tyson, with a goal from Toby Reeder, who was flying all period. And you saw Mike Smith going down the tunnel. He sees some pucks, but maybe, as you said earlier, not a real busy period. He's easing his way back in. He was sharp, so everything trending in the right direction.
Yeah, he saw enough rubber in that first period. 8 shots made him look real easy, and more importantly, the Coyotes established their forecheck. All sorts of momentum. They don't want to give anything back, though, on this Columbus Blue Jackets power play.
11 shots for the Coyotes in the opening 20, 8 for the Jackets. Reeder getting his 5th from Korpikoski and Chipchura. And Toby Reeder will chat with Todd Walsh when we return to Gila River Arena on this Saturday night. The first intermission of Coyotes hockey was presented by Jack in the Box. The Chipotle Chicken Club Combo is back at Jack in the Box for a limited time.
Tonight, the Arizona Coyotes play the Columbus Blue Jackets. Go Coyotes!
Todd Walsh back here at Gila River Arena. A couple of moments with Jim Playfair before the start of period number 2. Outside of the trips to the penalty box, what was your take on what you just saw?
I thought we did a lot of good things. I thought we did a good job by keeping our defense up at the offensive blue line. I thought we cut a lot of pucks towards the net. We didn't get enough on the net, but lots towards the net. So I think this period, the focus is going to be to stay out of the penalty box and try and push the pace up.
How about Mike Smith? I don't think he was challenged all that much, but just to see him easing his way back into the game and having a decent 20 minutes.
Well, we know Mike's worked very, very hard the last 10, 12 days. So we recognize what he's trying to get accomplished. We all know we want to support him and help him any way we can. And for us to go anywhere moving ahead, he's going to be a big part of it. So to see one period under his belt where he's had a lot of confidence is really good for us.
Thanks, Coach.
My pleasure, Walter.
All right, Jim Playfair, Matt and Tyson, back upstairs to you for the start of period number 2.
Thanks a lot, Todd. As we take a look at the first period stats in this one, the Coyotes with a 1-0 lead. Talking about shots with Jim Playfair. 25 attempted, but you've got your red arrow going somewhere there, Tyson.
There you go, Arizona. 8 missed shots. You heard right from Jimmy Playfair. You got to hit the net. You got to hit the net often. You're playing against one of the best goaltenders in Bobrovsky. Hit the net and go searching for rebounds.
Toby Reeder led the team with 3 shots on goal in that opening 20. He's got the game's lone tally as well.
Yeah, great period by Tobias Reeder, and you could just feel it. The puck was like a magnet on his stick. Every time he was on the ice, he was getting something done, causing all sorts of havoc for Columbus because of his speed, getting in on the forecheck, getting to those rebounds that we talked about. He could have had a couple more goals in that first period. Let's hope he's got another one in that barrel.
Hey, just a reminder, when the Coyotes win, you win at Papa John's the day after every Coyotes win. Celebrate with 50% off your online order at papajohns.com by typing in promo code Coyotes. Offer only available online on regular menu prices. You know, yesterday was the big announcement in terms of the ownership. Andrew Barroway taking over as the majority owner, 51% interest in the team. And want to let all of you know to stick around in our second intermission. He will be up in our broadcast gondola chatting, and so we'll have the comments, Andrew Barroway with Todd Walsh.
And all you had to do at that press conference was look on the face of the captain, Shane Doan, and listening to Andrew Barroway's comments, his passion for wanting to see this franchise improve, get better, and more importantly, what all players want is to make the playoffs. And we all know anything can happen when you make the playoffs. They went to the Western Conference Final a couple years ago, but winning a Stanley Cup is also what it's all about. And Andrew Barroway, that is number 1 on the to-do list.
Head coach Dave Tibbetts' team with a 1-0 lead as we get set for the opening face-off to period number 2. Mike Smith was sharp in the opening 20.
And if they're going to make the playoffs, it's going to be on the shoulders of Mike Smith, who's trying to find his game. As we talked about, 1 start in his last 8. He has struggled, only 5 wins on the season. Got a lot of help as of late from Devan Dubnyk. Really all season, Dubnyk has been fantastic for the Coyotes, but Dave Tippett talking today, a lot of what your goaltender kind of takes on the identity of the team as well. And way too many scoring chances, way too many quality scoring chances on Mike Smith. They have to clean up their game defensively, and they've done that so far tonight.
Tonight on Fox Sports Live as Wild Card Weekend gets underway, Donovan McNabb and Randy Moss are here to break down the opening round, as well as look ahead to Sunday's matchup. Live reaction from Las Vegas as Daniel Cormier and John Jones square off at UFC 182. And a stunner in college basketball as a top 10 team goes down. So they're just about done squeegeeing the crease, the goal crease in front of Sergei Bobrovsky, and we're ready to go here.
11 shots by Arizona. They're going to want to double that up here again. You outshoot the Jackets. I like your chances of winning.
Don't forget, another minute 36 left in the minor penalty to Connor Murphy. Coyotes win that draw, and it's sent all the way back by Zbynek McCauley. Matt Calvert tries to reverse it. Taken away that time. Doan will try to work it along the boards. Now Doan gets it right back on a Columbus turnover, and the Coyotes will kill a little clock here.
Well, Shane Doan getting a little penalty kill time. Hasn't had a whole lot of that this year. Dave Tippett trying to get that big captain going.
Blue Jackets looking for their first shot on goal. This power play spilling over into the second period after Connor Murphy went in the final minute of period number 1. Foligno through center. Good coverage on him, and it's cleared away by Ekman Larsson. We mentioned Nick Foligno with 9 power play goals to lead the Blue Jackets, and right up there among the league leaders as well. This one's sent all the way down, and we get a rare icing call.
This sure doesn't look like the top power play in the NHL. Columbus struggling mightily. As you look at here, highest percentage of total goals by Columbus. 35% of their offense is generated on the power play. Guys like Jack Johnson, Foligno we talked about, 9 power play goals of his 17 on the year. Pretty impressive, but not so impressive so far what we've seen out of this Columbus Blue Jackets power play.
Back through center ice, Savard over the line, taken away by Gormley, but kept that time by Morin. And he's trying to jam it out, and it's cleared down by Brandon Gormley. I'll tell you what, Brandon Gormley has been very, very steady on that Coyotes blue line since coming back from injury.
Well, big reason why David Schlemko was put on waivers and later picked up by the Stars.
Back to the line. Here's a chance for Wisniewski. Unloads, and that's blocked away by McMillan. Wow. Wisniewski another chance, and that was blocked, I believe, by Stone as it's cleared to center. And that's going to do it. Connor Murphy's out of the box. So the Coyotes kill it off, and it's Johansson as he sends one towards the net. Skilly in behind now for the Blue Jackets. And Antoine Vermette will get it out. As Connor Murphy will send this one in, he'll go to the bench. Dalton Prout tried to get it out. Picked off momentarily by Doan, but back over the line. Skilly with a shot. Partial glove save that time by Smith. Into the corner it rolls. Alexander Wenberg in there. Comes back out high. Dalton Prout with a wrist shot, and that's sent just wide. Blue Jackets with a good flurry here, trying to set it up now is Sean Collins. Behind the net for Skilly. Now Skilly with a shot. Collins was there. Tootin with a shot, and he scores. Feder Tootin, and it's 1-1.
Well, good coverage in front of Mike Smith. Columbus throwing everything at the net. And then Tootin's going to end up with this puck on his stick. Mike Smith makes the initial save, gets over left to right, and Tootin just walks into that one. I'm not sure if that was redirected off the stick of Vermette, but it somehow finds its way past Mike Smith. Let's take a look here. It just squeezes right through the armpit of Smith.
Tootin gets the goal, and he had gone 60 without a tally. So the game is tied.
Does not score on their power play, but they gain some momentum off of that power play somehow, and Coyotes couldn't get the puck out.
Foligno behind the net, trying to bring it to the front. That's going to be cleared away by Gagne.
This is that next shift we talked about. You need to bounce back with a good shift and get that momentum back.
Jack Skilly, one of the 2 assists, along with Sean Collins. That's kicked away by Mike Smith. Coyotes will try to get it out. They clear it back to center. Keith Yandel over the line for Gagne, but that play goes offside.
Well, you talked about it. Feder Tootin last goal was December 16th, 2013. But not a part of his game. Our coaching staff on that Jackets bench more than happy in the job that Tootin has done. That is not his category, but he'll take it. Always a bonus. Nice to get rewarded for a goal every once in a while.
Minor penalty, high sticking.
It looks like Martin Erat's in the penalty box now for the high stick.
Catches this Blue Jacket player up high. That was Calvert after making that pass in the neutral zone. Dave Tippett will not be happy. Back-to-back penalty kills for the Coyotes.
And if you could read lips, you know he's not happy. Ekman Larsson, he'll clear down the length of the ice. So the penalty killing unit is right back out there. Killed off the first 2. 3 shots so far on the Columbus power play. It is number 1 in the NHL overall. And Ekman Larsson will get this one down the length of the ice.
They have struggled so far tonight on the power play, but you're playing with fire. And allow them to continue to get this man advantage.
Back out high it goes, and now Wisniewski's going to have to go back to center to get this one. Over the line, Morin. Now Wisniewski in the corner for Johansson. Morin cuts in behind the net with it. Back to the line, Jack Johnson. Jeremy Morin to Wisniewski. Johansson. A fan on it, being bothered there by Reeder. Johansson to the front, and a one-time save that time by Smith. What a look there by Jeremy Morin.
Yeah, real good shot there. Nice play there by Johansson. That's where Columbus wants the puck. In Johansson's hands, he's the quarterback on this power play from the sideboards.
Molino sets it up. Down low it goes. Dubinsky fed it to the front. They score. That's James Wisniewski, and it's 2-1 Columbus. It's a power play tally.
You just have to do it right once. 3rd goal this season, and watch this play by Dubinsky. Just feeds it right through the seam. Nobody picks up Wisniewski back door. Pretty lucky play there by Dubinsky. Puts it right through the legs, I believe, of Gormley and under the stick of the other Coyote penalty killer. Mike Smith can't get over in time, and Wisniewski just throws a dart up top.
2 goals in 2:04, 2 goals by defensemen. And now the Coyotes chasing the game as they trail for the first time at 2-1.
And Dubinsky injured early in the season, and Columbus has really missed him this year. And you look at where they are in the standings, that great month of December that they had, and they went 10-1-1. They still only gained a point in the playoff race, still 9 points back. Started out December 10 points back, now still 9 points back. That shows you how tough, and that's in the East. That's not even in the West, but Dubinsky now 5 points in his last 3 games for the Jackets.
Number 17, Brandon Dubinsky.
Played all the way back. Smith will play this one, and he wraps it around looking for Shane Doan. Doan will try to get it to the line. Meanwhile, Yandel back to retrieve. He plays it back through center as Doan had to let that one go past Feder too. Now Skilly. In over the line for Antoine Vermette to play. Stone to center. Reeder gets it in over the line, trying to drop that shoulder. Reeder takes a shot, draws a penalty as well, and the Coyotes will go to the power play. It's going to be a hooking call here against the Blue Jackets.
Reeder going hard to the net. I love it. And he draws a penalty to boot.
Columbus number 47, minor penalty, hooking.
I guess. Too fast, too much speed to handle. Proud going to the box for the 2nd time here tonight, and the Coyotes with their own opportunity. Only gone 2 power play goals in their last 7 games. They could use a little love right here.
Hansel, Reeder, and Gagne on the Arizona Lottery Powerball power play. Ekman Larsson and Yandel the point man. Chance here for the Coyotes to tie it. Comes out high, Yandel forced it to the front, and a rebound just went wide. Yandel now sends it across. Ekman Larsson across now. Gagne out high. Yandel with a shot and a stop by a sliding Bobrovsky, who wanted a penalty, wanted a goalie interference call, I believe.
He's given it to the referee. It was Martin Hansel in front. Bobrovsky trying to sell it.
Reeder back in over the line. Little pull-up move there. He's got Yandel at the left point. And across now, Ekman Larsson. Back to Gagne. Out high. Yandel with a shot blocked away that time by Matt Calvert. Molino will look to get it out of the zone. He does, but Yandel will pick it off, and he brings it right back in. Sam Gagne to the line. And across now. Ekman Larsson, feather pass, Yandel, wrister to the net, a stop that time, and it's in behind, they score!
Oliver Ekman Larsson.
And it's Oliver Ekman Larsson who crashed the crease, and he's tied it at 2.
That's how you go hard to the net, kids at home. You want to score goals in any league, you pay a price in front. Look at Martin Hansel whacking and hacking. Oliver Ekman Larsson, he knows, he's sniffing. He knows there's going to be a rebound and a loose puck somewhere. And he pounces on it and pays the price, does a lip stand on the crossbar after he buries this one. Beautiful goal, hard-working goal by the power play. Oliver Ekman Larsson hits double digits in the goal department.
Just 1 of 2 Coyotes in double digits, along with Antoine Vermette. They each have 10 now. So Oliver Ekman Larsson getting his 10th from Hansel and Yandel at 6:33. And another shot taken that time, this time by Moss, and a stop by Bobrovsky.
Come back, it's all about getting that puck to the net and then finding and snipping out those rebounds. Stop it here, guys. Right there, Oliver Ekman Larsson makes a direct beeline for the front of the net. Rebound, boom, in the back. Number 10 on the year. They don't ask how, they ask how many, and that's a big goal on the power play for, once again, Oliver Ekman Larsson, who now has 5 goals in his last 9 games.
By the way, those 10 goals we mentioned, Tyson, 7 for Oliver this year have come on the power play. Boy, I hope he and Keith Yandel get consideration to be added as representatives from the Coyotes for the All-Star game that will be played in Columbus here not in the too distant future. Reeder now playing around. Korpikoski locking it up. Now Reeder goes back, try to reverse it. Taken away there. Warren will try to get it to the front. It's handled that time by Ekman Larsson. And cleared up the ice. Oliver Ekman Larsson, Keith Yandel, and you look at the nucleus on the blue line, it's there. No question about it. Shane Doan sends this one around. Good keep of the line, however, by Kevin Connaughton. And out of the zone back to center ice. Bull now counters, and we get a whistle here on the offside.
Well, the Coors Light Thursday Night Party Pack returns against the Jets on January 8th. Get 2 lower bowl seats and 2 Coors Light drafts for just $98. Purchase yours at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-PUCK.
And the homestand, St. Louis, Winnipeg, Ottawa, and San Jose. Up next.
Got some good
order.
games coming up. The pesky Blues.
Be able to see your buddy Kelly Chase, who does radio on the Blues.
Darren Pang in the house.
Yeah. Played away back to center, in over the line. Corey Trop. Spartan will take it in behind the net. Back out high. Tootin to the line for Prout. Now Trop working it in the corner. Good feed out high. Prout with a shot. Oh, that angled just wide. Deflected as Tootin now will settle on it. Keep it inside the zone. To center ice, Antoine Vermette. And now Tootin, one of the goal scorers. And over the line. Smith handled that one. Now Antoine Vermette to set it up.
Columbus trying to get that momentum back. A real heavy shift there by their 4th unit. Trying to hit everything that moves. Get that bench pumped up a little bit. And then come back with their scorers. Foligno and Dubinsky on the ice now.
Moved along that time, but Elgini's going to have to go back and play it for Connor Murphy. Blue Jackets starting to pick up the physical play. We'll get a face-off, though, coming inside of the Coyote zone. Well, they're physical.
Well, they are a physical hockey team. They're all built the same way. Johansson, a real skill player, but other than that, guys like Foligno, Dubinsky, Jack Johnson, Hartnell, a real heavy team. You know you're going to pay a price, and you're going to have a few ice bags. on the old bones after this one. When you play the Jackets, you're in for a battle.
21 hits so far for Columbus, 20 for the Coyotes. Tweeted that out earlier that figured this would be a hard-hitting game. I think there's a difference between teams that like to fight and teams that are heavy hitters. It's the way the game has changed. I don't see a lot of fighting anymore. Played out. Foligno and Hansel in a battle. Savard will bring it in. Now Savard with a shot. Kicked away that time by Smith to the line. Jack Johnson. And now Dubinsky sets up Foligno. Foligno in behind the net, still with the puck. At the line, Savard blocked away by Erap, but he kept the line. Savard to the front. Oh, a tough save there for Smith. High deflection by Matt Calvert.
Oh, and he gets to the rebound as well. Mike Smith. His best sequence of the hockey game, a redirection in front. Here comes the shot. He makes the initial save and then just pounces on that rebound, swallows it up. Savard throws it to the net. There's the high redirection. Just gets a glove or a blocker pad on it. Nice job there by Stone to the side of the net, just tying up Dubinsky, not allowing Dubinsky to get all of that rebound. If he does, that puck's in the back of the net. That's the coverage that we talked about.
Ekman-Larsson behind the net. McCulloch races after it. Flips one to center. Moving with it is Skilly. That bounced off Ekman-Larsson, and an offside here against the Jackets. 2-2 the score. Welcome back. Our Mid-First Bank on-ice leaders, if you will, tonight. The defensemen we were referencing earlier, Keith Yandle and Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah, you look at the minutes that they gobble up. Keith Yandle first in the entire NHL. Oliver Ekman-Larsson fourth. Why? Well, they create offense every time they're on the ice, and you give the man advantage, that much greater. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, as you alluded to, 7 power play goals on the year now.
Connaughton's shot is blocked away, intercepted that time by Ekman-Larsson, cleared back, and Korpikoski's going to chase this down against Wisniewski. Backhander just sent wide by Reeder.
Oh, how's that for speed on one line? Korpikoski, Chipchura, and Reeder.
Into the corner it goes, trying to chase this one down. Scott Hartnell goes in behind the net to the center. Oh, what a chance that time for Ryan Johansson.
Yeah, all alone in front of Mike Smith. That's the stuff that can't happen.
Over the line, Reeder. Got a shot away, blocked by Connaughton. Comes in front. Yandle will chase this one. To the line, Stone. Now Stone to the front. Swatted away by Yandle. And now Bodker in the corner with it. Coyotes go set up here. Stone right to the net. Stopped that time by Bobrovsky. Pops free for Yandle. Now a chance as Stone will get it across. Doan shot blocked by Wisniewski.
Look at the puck movement here.
Out of the line, Yandle. Will move there on Johansson. Try to work it to the front. It's picked off. Ryan Johansson will feed it along for Kevin Connaughton. And he sends one in. 8.5 remaining, period 2. Stone across for Keith Yandle. Yandle retreating and looking up ice as he looks to crank it up. Gave it away. Gagne though there. And now Michael Stone. Across it goes for Martin Erap. And a big wide turn as Erap brings it across center. Tried to get it in over the line for Antoine Vermette. Played away. Calvert the other way for Columbus. He drops it. Foligno. Now Foligno holds. Tried to get a shot away, and that was blocked. And Vermette will loft this one all the way back in. Dalton Prout. And now back to center ice where Brandon Gormley will give it for Connor Murphy, and Hansel quickly up the ice. Over the line, Gagne, a shot. It's loose, and Bobrovsky able to get the glove on that one. Good movement.
Columbus on their heels, and you look at this play. Keith Yandle or excuse me, that was Michael Stone to Shane Doan, and this just started everything. Coyotes all over it, winning battles, using their speed and moving their feet. They are a tough team to defend against because they have that team speed. Guys like Reeder, Gagne, Bodker.
Now Hansel gets chased out of the circle, so it'll be Sam Gagne. Coyotes win the draw. Connor Murphy couldn't keep it in, so he just throws it back. Savard will send this one all the way down the lane. Good keep there by Corey Trop. Chipped along, and now Martin Erat will move it along for Sam Gagne. Maybe a 2-on-2 developing. As Gagne sent one wide.
Martin Erat just took a real big hit there to make a good hockey play. In his own zone, Jared Bull bearing down on him.
Back to center ice, Jared Bull. Dumps one in. Murphy now. Bull and Murphy in the corner as Brandon McMillan's going to try to get it out. Coyotes chip it out. Here's Dave Moss trying to get it around Wenberg. Well, Moss taking it right to the net. What a move there by Dave Moss. At 20 goals as a member of the Calgary Flames not too long ago.
Yet to score this year, but he keeps playing like this. Taking the puck hard to the net, absolutely fearless. He will get rewarded.
McCulloch. Behind it at Joe Vitale. Taken away by Collins. Skilly dumps this one in. McCulloch goes after it. Played out back through center ice. Chipchura. Taken away here and sent right back in by Columbus. Now Reeder will pick it off, and here he comes back through center. Big hit that time by Dalton Prout. Now Chipchura, that time going after Morin. Comes back it over the line, Johansson.
There's that blanket of defense right there, defending in layers. Johansson beats one guy, there's two more to defend.
Played it behind the net, and after it is Jeremy Morin. Johansson couldn't pick it off. Here's an opportunity. Bodker in over the line. Drops it. Vermette with a shot, and that, I believe, went off Matt Calvert. What a move by Dave Moss just moments ago in a 2-2 game. Time to take a look at tonight's Nissan High Excitement player. How about prospect Christian Dvorak? He was named December OHL Player of the Month. 10 games, 36 points, 8 multi-point games. By the way, Tyson, this kid has 12 points in his last 2 games.
How about that for a sleeper by the Coyotes? Picked him in the second round in 2014. Talk about a diamond in the rough. Really excelled, though, ever since Max Domi left, and Dvorak counted on for those heavier minutes, and boy, has he paid dividends for the London Knights.
Max Domi having a great World Junior Tournament as your Canadians move on. Played all the way down the length, and we get a whistle here on the icing.
Well, the Papa John's Student Rush returns on Tuesday when the Coyotes host the St. Louis Blues. Bring your high school or college student ID for a $25 seat. Plus, the first 100 students in line get a free large one-topping pizza voucher. Learn more at ArizonaCoyotes.com for details.
And again, St. Louis Tuesday. Winnipeg is here Thursday. And the Ottawa Senators roll in on Saturday.
And you might look a little different in your student ID, Matt, okay? So don't try to bring it.
You know, my wife still has hers. The youthful appearance of student IDs. I don't know whatever happened to mine. Keith Yandel will play it right back in. Might have been confiscated at some point. Played in the corner and in behind the net. Don't forget, majority owner Andrew Barroway will join us live up on the broadcast balcony with Todd Walsh in our second intermission, which is 4:17 away. In behind the net, McCulloch has it.
Yeah, don't miss that. You want to see a an owner excited about an organization. Some people dream about playing in the NHL. People dream about owning an NHL franchise. His dream is very much coming alive.
He became the majority owner on the 31st. And Coyotes introducing him.
Everything he has done in his business career has been a complete success. Giving the old fist pumps down the line. I personally would have gave him a hug. The blank contract.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have given him a hug and a pen. Right into the corner and in behind the net. Around the boards. Good battle here. Good hard hockey as it's taken away, and Ryan Johansson will set it up for Columbus. Well, the Coyotes gave up 2 goals in 2:04. You were kind of hoping that it wasn't going to be Dallas 2.0, and they battled back to tie the game on that Oliver Ekman-Larsson goal. And a shot taken that time by number 23 is patted away by Bobrovsky. So my point being is you're in good shape here with 3:20 to go against one of the hottest teams in the NHL in a 2-2 tie.
Well, Coyotes just got away with one. Too many men on the ice.
Sharp angle shot that time, Joe Vitale. Goes side of the net, Bobrovsky hops free in front. It's loose. Here's an opportunity. Connor Murphy with a shot and a rebound. Another shot. And that was blocked away by Johansson.
Look at Columbus laying down in front of those shots in front of their goaltender, who's feeling a little helpless without a stick, and the Coyotes have drawn a power play.
Yeah, penalty coming up here. It's going to go into the corner. And now we're going to get the whistle here. They might be getting both of them. There might be 2 penalties here.
There easily could have been. I'm not sure they're going to, but Bobrovsky stuck out his leg on Dave Moss at the end of that play.
I thought I saw the official motioning for 2. We will wait and see here.
Well, how about that shift by the Coyotes all over the Jackets? One shot after another. It started right here. Bobrovsky can't freeze that puck. He loses his stick. And big rebounds, and the shots just keep coming. Now the Coyotes go to work on the power play. Their last goal by Oliver Ekman-Larsson was a power play tally.
Yeah, just 1 penalty, and it went to Ryan Johansson. Another Arizona Lottery Powerball power play.
See if they can get another one here.
2 minutes for throwing his stick. Vermette will bring it in over the line. Bodker has it. To the line, Yandel. Coyotes with a chance to regain the lead. Ekman-Larsson, a wrister blocked away by Jack Johnson. Late here in the second, and would this be a huge lift. Kept at the line by Yandel. Bodker had to let it go. Doan is there. And now Bodker will bring it along to the line. Yandel at a cross now. Yandel gets it back. He'll take a shot. He kind of fanned on it, though. So he flips it to Bodker. Bodker down low. Doan try to jam it along there. Comes back out high. Yandel with it. Now Yandel sends one towards the net, and that went low on Bobrovsky, but he made the save.
Look at this puck movement.
They work it around again, and a chance in front as Doan got upended.
Well, let's go back and show this penalty. Pretty unique. You don't see this every day. You'll see Johansson stop it right here, guys, right here. He's going to grab the goaltender's stick and just shovel it back to him. Throwing the stick is the call on the ice. And if he would actually picked up that stick and skated it, would have got a penalty as well. You can't play with 2 sticks. Well, the Coyotes would love to make them pay on this one.
1 shot so far, good movement. Ekman-Larsson gave it away to Gagne, out high, Yandel to Ekman-Larsson with a chance. It's bouncing around in the crease, and they score! And it's Sam Gagne! Oh, you go to the front, you pick up the junk, and now you got the lead.
Well, did they ever make Columbus pay, and once again taking the lead in this hockey game. Sam Gagner, just the beneficiary on this one. Watch the puck movement. Look at that play by Keith Yandle. The shot, that'll work. Martin Hanzal has done in front. I'm not sure either one of his last 2 assists have even come off the stick of Hanzal. He kicks that one out to Gagner, and he is Johnny on the spot, and he'll take it. Soft set of hands, though, to put that in the back of the net. His 6th of the year.
Gagner, his 6th. Hanzal and Oliver Ekman-Larsson assisting. Power play goal at 18:33.
Keith Yandle does not pick up an assist, but what a cute pass. Cheeky little behind the back pass to Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who just tees it up.
Or Trop will chase it down, but we get a whistle here. It's going to be an icing call against Columbus. Reeder, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and Gagner, the goal scorers here tonight. Hansel's got a couple of assists. Oliver Ekman-Larsson working on a goal and an assist.
And everybody's going to the front of the net, and keep an eye on Keith Yandle. Left of your screen right there. That is talent. That is talent. He makes it look so easy. You ask any of the guys on this team how good Keith Yandle is, and you will get some interesting answers, and nobody will disagree.
Gagner moves it along. Erad on left wing. Under a minute to go in the second. Coyotes want more. They're right back to work. Here's Gagner with a chance. And a backhand by Hanzal. They score! And it's Martin Hanzal. 3rd point of the game, and the Coyotes have doubled up the Jackets.
This is momentum, folks. And it is snowballing. Gagner just throws that puck in. Erad picks it up, gets in on the forecheck, and the battle ensues. Gagner throws it at the net. And big Martin Hanzal, 6'6". You're not going to contain him. And the big reach of big number 11. He doesn't score on the first one. Bobrovsky picks it up, and then he pokes it through the 5-hole, through the mattresses on Bobrovsky. They're making him look pretty ordinary here tonight.
6th time this season the Coyotes' power play has come through with 2 or more goals in a game. Chipchura will bring it back over the line. Drops it out high. Shot batted away by Bobrovsky. And now Ekman-Larsson has it. He shoots. And that was blocked away in front. Coyotes trying to get one more maybe. In the final a couple of seconds, and we get a whistle here. Evidently injured in the corners, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Boy, oh boy. Let's hope he's okay. Jason Service quick to get over. This happening with just 6.7 remaining. Happened in behind the play, I believe.
Well, he's talking, so that's a good thing. Oliver Ekman-Larsson right there. And I think what he's saying is he didn't even have the puck. The puck wasn't even close. There's the shot, and after the play, Columbus finishes the check. I believe that was Skilly. Just lays him out.
It was nowhere near, the puck was nowhere near the incident.
Skilly's trying to look up at the Jumbotron to see what everyone's so fired up about.
Dave Tippett's absolutely right. He's going after him and
one of the
officials.
Best players. You got to protect your number 1 assets.
Jack Skilly played at Wisconsin. He was in Chicago's system for quite a while. He's bouncing around, but in Florida. 5 seconds to go. Yandle will play it across. McCulloch will just kill clock. Well, we talked about it in the opening period, about how they were in good shape. They're in great shape now, Tyson. A 4-2 lead through 2.
Well, how about that? 5 goals scored in that second period. 2 by Columbus, but the magic number 3 by the Coyotes. 2 on the power play. Hanzal, Gagner, a monster period here in the second. Can the Coyotes bring it home, though, in the third?
So they have a 4-2 lead through 2. Goals in that second, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Sam Gagner, and Martin Hanzal. Hey, stick around. Todd Walsh will be joined by Andrew Barroway and Anthony LeBlanc. when we return here tonight at Gila River Arena. Coyotes hockey on Fox Sports Arizona is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. And by Behind the Mask Hockey Shops, serving Arizona since 1994. Visit one of our 3 Valley locations or shop online at behindthemask.com. We are back, and the Coyotes enjoying a 4-2 lead as we get set for the third period of play here. Martin Hanzal with a big night with a goal and 2 assists. And so we're underway for period number 3. And the Coyotes power play, as we documented between periods, are really starting to take over this hockey game. They've got a couple of power play goals, one from Ekman Larsson and one from Sam Gagner. Tootin will play it away into the corner, and now Dalton Proud will flip this one all the way back through center. Advancing it is Toby Reeder. And now the Blue Jackets will bring it back through center as Matt Calvert will dump one in. Both teams open this third period at full strength. Saw quite a few penalties in a stretch of that second period. Is back with it is Martin Hanzal.
Well, you know, that was the message in between periods from the coaching staff. Stay out of the penalty box. They've allowed Columbus back in this game once already, carrying all the momentum with a 2-goal lead. Make sure you don't shoot yourselves in the foot.
Opportunity up the wing, and Martin Erat will chase it down. Goes in behind the net. Good cancellation that time by Jack Johnson defensively, and it's played out of the zone back to center where Scott Hartnell will send one in. Now the Coyotes will stretch it out. Ekman Larsson. Hartnell tried to step into him. Jack Johnson with it. And the Blue Jackets very patient inside of their own zone as the Coyotes now get a shift change out of it.
What did I say, too? The Coyotes, if they outshoot the Jackets, which they are right now badly, 29-18. Give yourself a real good chance to win this hockey game.
Moving along the boards that time. Bodker gets it down low for Doan. Now Doan pokes it in behind the net. After it is Antoine Vermette. Back to the line, but Gormley couldn't keep, and so he'll have to go back through center.
So many times in a game, Gormley reminds me of Oliver Ekman Larsson. The way he moves, the way he handles the puck, and uses a very similar stick to Oliver Ekman Larsson as well. Really starting to...
He's an example, too, Tyson, of a defenseman. That position, it takes so long to develop. 4 training camps for Brandon Gormley.
Yeah, you got to pay your dues. You got to learn how to play the pro game. I don't care where you came from. You step up to the NHL, you're playing with men. Speed, the physicality, everything is different. But you look at Schlemko, the big reason why he got put on waivers twice is because of the play of Gormley and Connor Murphy and their emergence. Left Schlemko out on the outside looking in. And that's a good sign.
After 2 periods, these teams, when they trail, don't fare very well. Blue Jackets 0-12, Coyotes 0-14. It's the Blue Jackets here tonight and trailing by 2.
Well, that's a good sign if you're Arizona.
Brandon McMillan will force it back to center ice.
For once, the Coyotes not chasing the game. But more importantly, you don't want to let up. You don't want to change a thing. Well, you got a 2-goal lead.
Batted away by Mike Smith. Goes in behind the net. Joe Vitale. And he'll rim it around, but he can't clear it past Wisniewski. That hit Brandon McMillan, and he'll flip it through center. Over the line goes Dave Moss. And Moss into the corner, just trying to a strong arm Kevin Connauton.
Yeah, 2 big boys there, Connauton and Moss.
Connauton was acquired off the waiver wire from the Dallas Stars, and speaking of the Dallas Stars, you alluded to this earlier. David Schlemko no longer with the Coyotes. He was picked up off waivers by Dallas today. As you had mentioned, the development of Brandon Gormley and some of the other players on the blue line made him expendable. Chipchura has it, working it on that right side. Sent it right through the crease. Now Ekman Larsson with a chance, and that one wide.
That was the other thing that changed, too, in that second period. The Coyotes had 8 missed shots in the first. Not the case in the second. Everything on net.
Toby Reeder will scoop it into the corner. Now he chips it in behind the net for Kyle Chipchura. Reeder takes it away. Chipchura to the front. He scores! Kyle Chipchura. And it's a Reeder setup that makes it 5-2.
This is just all hard work. His third goal of the season, and watch this play. The Coyotes hounding this puck. Chipchura gets in on it. The Jackets just cannot handle the pressure. I believe that's Tootin who gave it right back to Tobias Reeder. And he puts it out front. Everybody puck watching. And Chipchura one-on-one with Bobrovsky, and he gets the better of him. And watch Tobias Reeder. Reads Tootin like a book. The only option is banging it behind the net to his defensive partner. Both D-men caught below the goal line, which left Chipchura all alone up front.
3:37, the time of the even strength goal with the single assist to Reeder. Reeder's working on a big night, a goal and an assist. Kyle Chipchura, a goal and an assist. Into the corner now, and flip back out high. Michael Stone plays it in behind the net. Hansel goes after it, canceled out that time by David Savard. And Jared Boll will get it back through center ice. Blue Jackets bring it back at a 3-on-3. A chance taken that time by Jack Johnson is stopped by Mike Smith.
Lots of talent up front for the Jackets. But defensively, they were getting exposed in this hockey game. They're trying to make amends, coming through at all sorts of speed, but Mike Smith, he'll gobble those up all night long. Shots from the outside. Smith has looked real good, real solid in this game. Only 20 shots thus far.
Collins loses the draw. Yandel will take it as he moves it up on a left wing. Bodker looking for some help. Doan is after it, but it's taken away, and the Blue Jackets will set it up with Wisniewski. Back to the front, Kevin Connaughton, and he's seen a lot of ice here tonight. Over the line it goes. Trying to set it up there. Jack Skilling goes in behind the net. Around the boards before it's taken away by Antoine Vermette. Coyotes will get it back into the neutral zone, and now stripping it. That time is Bodker. Bring a stick up high, and a shot taken that time goes wide.
They've drawn another penalty because of the speed. This time it's Mikkel Bodker.
Well, they missed the high stick on Bodker, and they've got a Blue Jacket player for hooking. It's going to be Alexander Wendell.
Columbus, number 41, minor penalty, hook.
They just can't keep up. The Coyotes have the Jackets on their heels. There's the high stick. Clips Bodker right in the mouth. But guys like Bodker, Chipchura, Reeder, Korpikoski, it's too much to handle.
Another Arizona Lottery Powerball power play. Yandel trying to get it across, forced him, and now maybe a 2-on-1. Reeder races back after it. Oh, what a job by Reeder to get back to him. Cancel out the 2-on-1. Gagne for Hansel. It's Yandel to the front. They score! Sam Gagne on a deflection, and it's 6-2.
It doesn't get any prettier than that. And it starts with the back check of Tobias Reeder on his horse. Watch him come through the middle of the ice. A 2-on-1 turns into a 2-on-2. Sam Gagne across to Keith Yandel. Back to Gagne, who goes hard to the net. Throw Martin Hansel, another assist in there as well. Look at the real estate Keith Yandel covers. All the way back up the ice, on the stick, off the stick, right through the legs of Tootin and on to the backhand of Sam Gagne. That is as pretty as it gets.
First time the Coyotes have scored 3 power play goals in a single game. Polino now. And now Moss will force it in behind the net against Savard.
How about Martin Hansel? A 4-point night.
By the way, we have a goalie change. Curtis McElhaney in for the Blue Jackets as this one sails over the top of the Columbus net.
Oh, McElhaney.
Yeah, he's back.
Coyote. 2 wins, 6 losses. Numbers are not great.
Curtis McElhaney was here a few seasons ago, and now he plays for Todd Richards. Bobrovsky roughed up.
Roughed up is right. Took a couple on the chin. The coverage in front of him, just horrible. Turnover city. Pepperoni pizza after pepperoni pizza.
Out of the zone to center. Play back it over the line that time. Morin just stood up at the blue line by Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Been a while since the Coyotes have put a beat down on a team.
Reeder has it, trying to go outside in. Good board battle there with Wisniewski. Reeder comes away with it. Reeder out high. McCulloch over to Ekman-Larsson. Into the corner, and now it's taken away. Kevin Connauton will get it out back to center.
And this isn't the Edmonton Oilers. This right now is the Columbus Blue Jackets, one of the hottest teams in the NHL right now.
10-1-1 with the Blue Jackets in December. Best in franchise history for the month.
This is a type of game that this Arizona Coyotes needed. Get everyone feeling good about themselves. Confidence starts with their goaltender right out.
Vermette has it. Flips it into the corner for Bodker. Hope to see Bodker get one here late. Into the corner now. Holding up is Brandon Gormley. Flips it in behind the net. So after it is Antoine Vermette. Goes after it, gets it, feeds it to the front. Bodker, and that's blocked away by Toot. Maybe that was the look. Played into the corner dome now. Now Bodker will take it away. Tries to get it down low for Dome. And it's taken away, and back comes Fedor Tyutin and the Blue Jackets. Taken away on the back check that time by Dome before it's regained, and Chaput will get it in over the line. He shoots, and a stop that time by Smith. Great opportunity by Michael Chaput. And how about at the other end, Gagne with a pair here tonight. Time for the Taco Bell game summary. Back in the first period, Toby Reeder able to put a backhand past Bobrovsky. That made it 1-0. Columbus would tie it, then go ahead on the James Wisniewski goal. But then Oliver Ekman-Larsson power play, cue it. It's been red hot tonight. Ekman-Larsson gets a goal, and that tied it at 2. Kyle Chipchura here in the third period of play. Even strength goal to make it 5-2. And then just moments ago, Sam Gagne on a deflection set up by Keith Yandle. Power play tally to make it 6-2 Coyotes.
What a clinic the Coyotes have put on here tonight. Offensively, Sam Gagne with a big night. Very streaky player. Gets 2 in this one. Number 6 and 7. Martin Hanzal with a goal and 3 helpers. Big part of the power play tonight for big number 11. And Keith Yandle making things happen. Him and Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Back in the line, Jack Johnson fires one that hits somebody in front. It's loose. Well, goes in behind the net again. Trying to set it up there is Wenberg. Good board battle before it's taken away by Vitale, and he'll bring it back for Yandle. Over the line, Moss whips it there. McMillan trying to go back into the front. Before it's taken away, and out with it is Collins as it's dumped right back in. Last time the Coyotes had 3 power play goals in a game, you got to go back to March 31st, 2012. They did it against the Anaheim Ducks in a 4-0 win. These are Coors Light cold hard facts from Gila, the River Arena here tonight. We talk about trying to gain ground, and pretty tough in the Metropolitan Division. 8-1-1 of the Blue Jackets. As you mentioned, Tyson, they had only gained a point over that great month of December.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating when you're playing out of your minds. And it just shows you how important starts to seasons are. No, you don't make the playoffs in the first month and a half, but you can sure put yourself out of the playoff picture, and that's exactly what Columbus did with all their injuries. They were decimated. They went 6-15-2 to start the year. They brought themselves back up to 500 hockey with that month of December, but continue to look from the outside in 9 points back.
How about Mick Martin Hansel tonight as he sets in for the face-off? Career high. He ties it with 4 points here tonight. He's done it 3 times in his career. Loose puck in front. And now it's going to be taken away by Chaput as he moves it out for Jeremy Morin. Right to the net. This one's gobbled up by Mike Smith.
I know things are probably going to get chippy here. Columbus being embarrassed here with 11:36 to go. Really let their goaltender hang out to dry. 6 goals on 31 shots, but it was the quality, the point blankers in front of Bobrovsky that have to be concerning for their coach, Todd Richards.
Well, and they got a quick turnaround. They're going to be in Denver to meet the Colorado Avalanche tomorrow night. So they play tonight, and then they get the back half at altitude. That's never easy. Good board battle. Hartnell in behind the net for Foligno.
Try doing it with this nose.
Played all the way back. McCulloch. And now Foligno will play it away. What do you say?
He's sucking up all the oxygen.
And it's thin air in the Mile High City. That's for sure. Ekman Larsson. McCulloch. 9 minutes gone in this third period of play in which the Coyotes have added to their lead with 2 goals. Comes out high. Yandel's going to race it down. Yandel just trying to get one off McElhaney.
Right off the pumpkin. He called out a waster.
Played out of the zone and all the way back. Shane Doan with it. Now Wenberg poked away that time by Yandel. He clears the zone, and here's Bottker to pick it up. Mikkel Bottker over the line, but it's turned the other way. 2-on-2 the other way. Wenberg will get a shot away, and he rips it high. Might have gone off the stick of Michael Stone. Well, our CenturyLink link to what's next. The Blues are here Tuesday night. Coverage at 6:30 with Coyotes Live, presented by CenturyLink on Fox Sports Arizona Plus. The Blues were here not too long ago, Tyson. Actually, at the beginning of the season, I should say. Coyotes going to hope for a different result. It was all St. Louis in that night.
Yes, it was. The power play was a big story in that hockey game for the Blues as well. Big, heavy team. Coyotes continue to play like this. Tell you what, 4 of their last 5 games have been real good, and we got a scrap here.
Yeah, fight Joe Vitale. Drop the gloves with Jack Skilly.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, Joe Vitale got off some pretty good rights, and now Skilly coming back. Joe Vitale, a roll guy, really trying to, he's connected with a bunch of right ones.
Oh, yeah, he finally gets that bucket off. That is a good old-fashioned punch-in-the-face contest right there. And Joe Vitale, the reason for that scrap was because of the hit Skilly put on Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Earlier in the game, yep.
They're talking off the draw. And they're going to lock horns. Right there. I love it.
Good for Joe.
Joe Vitale. Came back off an injury, and they were throwing absolute...
That was the hit there.
Bricks. There's the hit on OEL. Both players, I'm sure, icing down the mitts, down the knuckles a little bit.
Second and final of the season for the Coyotes, Joe Vitale, 10th of his career.
Oh, he can chuck them. No defense in that scrap.
Got to figure out a way to get Marty his 5th point so he can set a career high for a single game. Gagne back out high. Gormley with it. Play it into the corner now. Hansel goes in behind the net after it with Jack Johnson. Turn the other way, and Savard will bring it out. And lumbering a defenseman here for the Columbus Blue Jackets as we get a whistle here.
Oh, there's a look at Sam Gagne. Lighting the lamp. As of late, 2 more goals in this hockey game. 8 points now in his last 6 games.
Is it safe to say, Tyson, and Obviously, things change quite a bit when you're talking about lineups, but it's got to be safe to say right now he's found a home on the wing instead of in the middle, right?
Oh, is he ever? And he's found a home with Martin Hanzal and Erat. They have yet to find someone to play with Martin Hanzal since the loss of Radim Vrbata, and Sam Gagner has really done a nice job now that he's found some chemistry with Hanzal. It takes a few games, but boy, he looks much different. He can turn his brain off playing on the wing and just go out there and use his energy in the offensive zone.
Played in behind the net by Gagner. After it is Martin Hanzal, and it's a benefit to Hanzal as well.
Yeah, there's no question he is not a centerman.
Loose in front, and this one's going to be scooped up by McElhaney. We'll step out, all Coyotes here tonight.
Welcome back. Coyotes with the commanding lead here. Saturday Night Hockey is presented by Taco Bell. Jody Jackson with you from the Fox Sports Arizona broadcast balcony. We'll be here for the post-game show. Of course, join us after the conclusion of the game. And what a game it has been for this Coyotes team, particularly, guys, for Martin Hanzal. His 4-point night, 3 of the points on the power play. And, guys, he's played very well offensively and defensively the last couple of games, and he's doing it once again tonight. Matt, I think you mentioned it, 3rd time in his career with 4 points in a game.
Yeah, he's been great. Now, I think you approved this 6-2 lead, Jody. I heard you during the break doing a little singing.
Yeah, you know, it's that kind of night.
Yes, it is. I'll make sure I bring my dancing shoes down there at the post game, Jody.
You're cranking it out down there, Jody.
We might even sing in the post game. Stay tuned.
Bring your earplugs.
Face-off coming to the right of goaltender Mike Smith. Martin Hanzal, huge night.
8 points in 5 games for a big Martin Hanzal.
By the way, no Brandon Dubinsky. Missing right now from the Columbus bench. We'll try to get an update on him. To center ice it goes. Kyle Chipchura over the line. Chipchura sent one to the front. That's kicked away by McElhaney.
That would not be good news for the Jackets if they lose. Dubinsky missed a significant part of the season, this just being his 10th game.
Zbynek McCulloch has it, 8:42 to go. Coyotes with a big lead here tonight, and right now we're seeing how they're going to close it out.
Well, the Arizona Republic 2 for Tuesday returns on January 6th. Get 2 lower-level end seats for the price of 1 when the Coyotes host the St. Louis Blues. Purchase yours at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-5631.
Going to mark this face-off to the left of goaltender Mike Smith.
It's hockey weather around here. All the toques in the house.
Well, how about it? Tonight was Gila River a fleece blanket night here, and thanks to the folks at Gila River for providing the great blankets, and the timing couldn't have been better as this one is set on. And
tell you what, I haven't had frost on my windshield waking up in the morning, but took my son to practice today. Frost on the winning. I had the old shovel out, scraping it off. That's the first time in Arizona.
I heard Ty was out there, and you're sitting in there getting all toasty warm inside.
I still had to get to the rink.
By the way, don't be afraid to put the car in the garage, right? You don't want the frost.
True.
Over the corner, poor Ty doing all your work there. Out of the corner, Foligno. Wenberg now. But again, just under 8 minutes, we'll see how the Coyotes can close it out here, finish strong with a big lead.
Yeah, you don't want to give up anything here. You want to continue to play the right way, no bad habits, and help Mike Smith out here. Give him something to build on.
Better Tootin brings it along back through center ice. After it is Chaput, and he'll circle back. Collins in over the line. Goes down low in the corner. Corey Trop in behind the net. And now Jack Johnson flips it around. Chipchura can't get it out. Chaput will bring it across. Now a chance in front that's snuffed out by Brandon McMillan. And a shot on and a stop there. Loose in front. Backhand Johnson was blocked away. And now Kyle Chipchura will chip it off the boards and out. Icing here has been waved off with 6:40 to go in the third. 6-2 Coyotes. Coyotes, by the way, with 3 goals on their last 5 shots. Rough night for Sergei Bobrovsky. He's been replaced by Curtis McElhaney. Hansel over the line, trying to get around Connaughton. Took a shot. It's loose in the crease. And now Calvert will bring it back to center ice. Connaughton, the defenseman, goes into the corner. And we get a whistle here on the icing call.
Well, the Coyotes have sure done a nice job on their forecheck tonight. Getting to those loose pucks, speed to the neutral zone, and Columbus really has had no answer for it tonight. They've been back on their heels for a good majority of this hockey game. Besides their power play, doing their job and getting it back into the hockey game early in the second period.
Bodker will take it in behind the net. Bodker holding on to it. Works it to the line. Stone across. Yandel. Sent it over the top. And now Doan. Shane Doan falling down. Yandel for Bodker. Now Bodker back out high. Stone looks to set it for Yandel. Over to Bodker. Good passing here. They kick it around. Yandel out high. And that's knocked away and cleared out. Jared Boll. Yandel gets it back in over the line, but we get a whistle here. Offside, Coyotes. Tonight's game is coming to you from Glendale. To have success, you got to be strong down the middle. Martin Hansel's been just that here tonight.
He has been a beast in front of the net. 2 assists, or 3 assists, excuse me. Causing all sorts of nightmares for Bobrovsky because of his effort, and then he gets rewarded with a goal of his own. Great second effort there. And Keith Yandel zips it over to Gagne. Martin Hansel, 4 points on the evening.
All 6 goals in the house. Meanwhile, Hartnell gets a 10-minute misconduct. So he sits in the box, and Collins will bring it out. Collins over the line with a shot goes wide. Connor Murphy got in the way of that one. Now Collins in behind the net. Right up there by Toby Reeder. Now Wenberg will set it back in behind the net. Spots Collins. Comes back in front. That's knocked away by Korpikoski. Brandon Gormley at center, and he'll dump one in. Feder Tootin has it now. The Coyotes go for the change. 4:40 to go. Coyotes trying to close out here tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets in the win column. They have a 4-goal lead with 4.5 remaining. Start of a 6-game homestand, the longest of the season here at Gila River Arena. Dumped right back in by Vermette. Now Ekman Larsson outside of the blue line will send one in. Connaughton. And across it goes Corey Tropp. Taken away that time. Trying to move it along was Antoine Vermette. Ran right into one of the Blue Jackets players. I believe that was Michael Chaput. And we'll get an icing call here. Well, don't forget Thursday is military night when the Coyotes face off against the Jets. All active and retired military personnel can get a lower bowl seat for $25. And the first 7,500 fans will receive a free Shane Doan camo jersey t-shirt courtesy of Sanderson Ford. For details, visit ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-PUCK. Great look at Luke Air Force Base, one of our neighbors here.
No, I've been there. Been on that plane.
You went up. That must have been unbelievable.
Best experience of my life, I can tell you that. Me and Shane Doan had the opportunity. Hit 9.2 Gs, 1,000 miles an hour, no big deal.
Wow. It's kind of like you driving to the airport. Out of the corner. Stone will bring it along. Play it all the way back.
One of us puked, I can tell you that. It wasn't me, though, so you figure it out.
Oh. All right. Gloves are off. Calvert. He sent that one over the top of the net. Played back of the line. Good keep there by Savard. He'll send to the corner. Johansson goes to work. Foligno plays it in behind the net for Matt Calvert again. No Brandon Dubinsky. Not on the bench. And this one gets past Jack Johnson. 2:45 to go here in regulation. 6-2 Coyotes. Sam Gagne with 2 goals. Reeder got a goal. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Kyle Chipchura, Martin Hansel. Here's Doan. Maybe he can get one. Doan will throw back out high. And racing after it, trying to keep it that time was Connor Murphy, but Bodker back to help out.
I'd love to see Shane Doan and Mikkel Bodker get rewarded here in this hockey game. Doan still sitting at 19 points. Mikkel Bodker only 2 points in his last 7 games as well.
By the way, out of town, I understand tonight, Jaromir Jagr, the ageless one, had the hat trick for New Jersey. Wenberg will circle.
Yeah, oldest player in NHL history to record a hat trick, 42 years young. Still getting it done.
Gormley. Back of the line, and this one's knocked away, but right back after it is Chipchura. He's had a goal and an assist here tonight. A multi-point game for Kyle Chipchura. Kevin Connaughton drops it. Into the corner, they throw it in front. And now Reeder will get it back the other way. Maybe a 3-on-2 here. He's joined by Chipchura and Korpikoski. Big hit that time along the boards. Reeder felt it against Wisniewski. Puck comes back out high. Angle off play there by Chipchura. And that forces Chaput back inside of his own zone. Wisniewski now. Wisniewski gives it to Bohl. His shot wide of the mark. Bohl, a native of North Carolina, was born in Charlotte. Now Johansson shoots and he scores. Ryan Johansson got one there. And it's 6-3 with just under a minute remaining.
Wow, that's too bad. Coyotes allowed that one. That was just a ripper by Johansson, and this is lipstick on a pig for the Jackets. I can tell you that. Not much of an effort out of them here tonight. Mike Smith trying to see that shot. You see him looking left, and Johansson just tees it up. That was a bullet blocker side.
So Johansson unassisted at 19 minutes. 6-3 the score, and the Coyotes winding clock here. 45 seconds remaining in the third period. They will bounce back after a very disappointing night in Dallas a couple of nights ago. Coyotes are going to run their home win streak to 4. They have taken out the Edmonton Oilers, the Anaheim Ducks, the Philadelphia Flyers, and now the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Now they played some good hockey here on home ice. That's for sure. Starting to get some wins. Starting to really turn around here because they're playing the right way. They're playing the way that they have to, the way this team is built. They can't run and gun it. They got to play tight defense and capitalize on opportunities that they do get and really count on their power play, and it's been the reason.
Back up ice, Reeder will chase it down. Now Reeder angling off Feder Tootin. 10 seconds to go, and what a way to kick off the longest homestand of the season. Well, the Coyotes are going to win this in convincing fashion tonight against one of the hottest teams in the NHL. And looking skyward was Mike Smith, as if to say, I needed this one. And he did. And the Coyotes get a huge win. They win it 6-3.
Well, did he ever. And like you said, this isn't a victory against the Edmonton Oilers. This is the hottest team in the NHL right now after that month of December that they had, and the Coyotes handled them pretty easily, if you ask me. One of the best goaltenders in the league. 6 goals on 31 shots. Chased him out of the net.
How about that? A big hug from Devin Dubnyk.
Yeah, efforts up and down the lineup. Mike Smith, solid in net. Not spectacular, but very, very solid. Martin Hansel with a 4-point night. He led the way as well.
And what a night for Andrew Barroway to kick off his ownership stake in the team. Unbelievable night here as the Coyotes win it by the final score of 6-3. The big night, Marty Hansel, 4 points. Sam Gagne with goals 6 and 7 on this season. Gamble had a big night. Kyle Chipchura with a goal and an assist as well. Oliver Ekman-Larsson getting his 10th to tie Antoine Vermette for the team lead. And so the Coyotes get it done here tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets, out shooting them 34-26 and winning the hockey game convincingly in come-from-behind fashion, no less, against the Columbus Blue Jackets by the final score of 6-3. Let's send it to public address announcer Paul Sura for tonight's Bequiva Hotel and Casino 3 stars of the game.
And here are tonight's Ganem Jewelers 3 stars of the game as selected by your Coyotes broadcast team. Tonight's 3rd star with 2 goals and an assist on the night from your Coyotes, number 9, Sam Gagner. Tonight's 2nd star with a goal and an assist on the night from your Coyotes, number 8, Tobias Rieder. And tonight's 1st star with a goal and 3 assists on the night from your Coyotes, number 11, Martin Hanzal.
And with Sam Gagner, our post-game coverage continues here down on the bench. And Sam, let's just get to this. The only way to get over a loss like you had in Dallas is to flush it, right, and do something like this.
Yeah, we just wanted to get back to work. I think it's obviously a good feeling tonight to come in here in front of our fans and get a big win.
All right, you're down 2-1, though, in the 2nd period in the blink of an eye. How did you get it back? The word that comes to my mind was attack.
Yeah, well, I thought we did a really good job on the power play of creating momentum and getting a couple goals, and we just wanted to stick with it. We knew that if we play the right way, things were going to turn our way, and it's a good feeling to get that win.
Speaking of that, how about you on a personal note? I know there was a tough moment a few games ago, but you've put together a little run here. What's been going right?
The puck's going in. I think you got to keep getting to the net and keep creating chances. I think our line's got a lot of chemistry right now, and we're creating a lot, and just got to keep doing that.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Sam Gagner of the Arizona Coyotes. He's going to the room. We're going to a break here. When we come back up to the booth, we go. Our Fox Sports Arizona broadcast balcony with Jody Jackson. More post-game reaction. We'll look at one of Gagner's goals tonight, the pretty one, as they like to say, from Keith Yandle.